Okay.
Okay. So at this point, we are now going to do the part that says front of the vehicle and engine area. So what they want us to do is they want us to look at all our lenses, make sure they're not cracked or damaged. So we start at the top of our bus and work our way down. At the top, we have our 3 amber clearance lights. We also have 2 red school lights. We also have 2 amber school lights. Come around over here, if you look, always touch them. We have 2 combination lights on one side, 2 on the other. Take them over, make sure they're not cracked or damaged. We also have our headlights and high beams, making sure they are not cracked or damaged. All of my lights are properly mounted and secure. None of them are cracked or damaged. They are all in good working order, as I demonstrated to you earlier. So now we check that off. So now we're going to check our fluid. So what we do, you come to the side of the bus, you're going to unlatch your rubber latches, which we already have unlatched. Again, the side is done too. It's not as heavy as it looks. You just give it a pull. It comes open, just catch it so it doesn't slam shut. So we're going to check all our fluid levels. So up here we have our brake reservoir. It should be at max level. We look over here, it says max level. If we needed to add fluid, we add it through the top. Down here we have our power steering reservoir. It should be at max level. It tells you where the max level is. If we need to add fluid, we add it through the top of our container or reservoir. This is our coolant reservoir. Currently should be at its max level, or between max and add. If we need to add fluid, add it through the top. Should make sure the engine is cool. On the other side, I'm going to talk about the reservoir. It's our windshield wash reservoir. So again, here's our windshield wash reservoir, properly mounted and secure. It's not leaking. None of the reservoirs are leaking. Make sure you say they're not leaking. If we need to add fluid, we add it through the top here. Okay, there's no cuts, bubbles, or abrasions on this side with any of my hoses. I'm looking to make sure there's no leaks in the hoses. That's a little bit down further on there, but when you get to that, you can check that off. This is the point where I'd like to talk about those hoses. Okay, so we're going to come back over here. We're going to talk about our transmission fluid dipstick and our oil dipstick. When I check my transmission fluid dipstick, I pull the stick out, I wipe it clean, reinsert it, check its level. Once we check the level, put it back in. If we need to add fluid through here, we add it into the tube. Okay, but our maintenance department handles that part. Okay, when we go to test, you're not going to have to pull these out. You're just going to tell them what you would do. So the engine needs to be running with the transmission. The engine needs to be turned off. We pull out the oil dipstick just like the transmission. We wipe it clean, reinsert it, check its level, should be at the max level. We reinsert it. If we needed to fill, there's a cap at the top of the engine. We would fill it through there. But like I said again, the mechanics handle that. Now I want to make sure that all of my hoses, so I have my turbo intake hose, I have my radiator hoses, power steering, brake lines. You want to make sure that all of them are clamped and none of them are leaking. Okay, so now we go down here. We just got done with that. We check the fluid levels. We're checking for leaks. There's no leaks. If I stand in front of my bus, okay, and I look under my bus, as well as while I have the engine open, look under there, I don't see any leaks. Okay, so now we're going to go through our steering system and we'll move to the next video. We're going to